So what's up, friends? Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Right now I want to walk you through an interesting strategy that I've been using for quite a while, one that I've been using for a long time, whether it's trading with the community or copy trading, basically any type of trading with subscribers. I use this strategy on a regular basis. Right now I have $1,000 in my account, and with that 1,000 I'm looking to make, well, two, maybe 3,000. Since this is the kind of balance, $1,000 is pretty standard for most of my subscribers. So there you have it. And if you've got this balance, you can easily follow along with the same trades I'll be making. So let's start slowly with setting up the indicators. We'll configure all the indicators, take a look, analyze the chart, and then we'll start opening our first trades. Again, I'm starting with $1,000 balance. Initially, the amount to open a trade will be $50. And then we'll see how exactly we move forward. The expiration time, my friends, will be 1 minute. That'll be enough. So we'll analyze the chart on a time frame of about 5, 10, maybe 30 seconds. That'll be enough. And we'll open trades for about 1 minute. So we'll look at the overall chart movement on the 5-minute, 10-minute, maybe 30-minute time frame. So we'll look for entry points on the minimal time frames, and trades will open for about 1 minute, maybe differently. We'll see as we go. So what else do we have? Buy assets. We select assets, analyze, look at, and open them. So what's next? The candle type, my friends, also, in case someone doesn't know, I generally trade with just regular candles, not lines, not bars, not heikinashi, and so on. So I use standard Japanese candlesticks for analysis, and for opening trades, that is entry points. Alright, let's go through the indicators, my friends. What do we need here? We definitely need the CCI indicator. Let's add 2 CCI indicators. We'll keep one indicator with the standard settings, and the second indicator will be 200 minus 200. So the style will be 200 minus 200. Okay, that's enough. So we'll have 2 CCI indicators, 100 minus 100 and 200 minus 200. Now, the next indicator we're going to use for our analysis is, okay, let me find where it is. Alright, we'll definitely add the super trend. No, sorry, we're removing the super trend. Okay, not that one. So we're going to add the Parabolic SAR. Okay, I already have them set up. Parabolic SAR also has default settings. Everything's the same, yes. Save. And we'll also be using, so we've set up the parabolic, that's right. CCI is also set up. Listen, let's leave it like this for now. We'll use a small combination of Parabolic SAR plus the CCI indicator. In our case, we'll focus on the 200 minus 200 levels. Alright, let's go take a look. You can also change anything you want. Colors, lines, line colors. Any settings that work for you, feel free to use them. There's nothing complicated about it. Let's go check it out. Again, we analyze the chart movement, the chart trend on larger time frames. Yes, global time frames like M30 or 1 hour. We look at the overall chart movement and work from there. So what do we see here? This is IUD USD. We see an impulsive move here. Yes, some news came out, the chart dropped, and now we're starting to see a pullback. Yes. So we have an interesting movement here. We can easily take a long position now. Yes, for example, for a couple hours. This is a good moment. Let's see what else we have here. Let's look at the 1 minute. Actually, no, a bit less, a bit more. So opening M5, we see the chart moving downward. Yes. M3, 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 M. Okay, I see a dip here. Alright, let's move forward and see what else we've got. Overall, some really good news came out today that boosted many assets and strengthened the dollar. Yeah, if you look everywhere, the movement, the news really moved the chart. So what do we have here? Alright, let's keep going. There was a dip here too. here we'll likely see sideways movement now, yeah, downtrend. Okay, well, listen, let's latch onto this one for now. This is the the Swiss franc and Norwegian krone we have here. So let's grab onto it. Opening it up, M5 movement, M5, we've got upward movement on this chart. And let's open M1 and see how the chart's moving overall. Okay, good. So back to the minimum time frame. What do we see here? The chart will now pull back to the level of 8513, yeah, 8520. The chart should drop down to around this level. So let's switch to S15 and see how things are looking. Look, my friends, our entry point was right here. Most likely, by the way, we might catch it. Let's open S5, the 5-second time frame, and see what we've got. And we see movement, guys. CCI 100 minus 100, so we see the price dropping on the chart. We're waiting right now for the first 2 dots to appear. Maybe even just 1 dot. Parabolic, let's do 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds should be enough. Expiration 30 seconds. Here we're waiting for the parabolic dot to appear, and we'll enter a put trade for 30 seconds. And that should be enough. We see movement, and that is the CCI indicator. The CCI indicator is telling us that, oops, opening the trade right now. Opened a $50 trade, and let's watch the result. Okay, let me explain. I checked the chart, looked at the overall movement on larger time frames, then added the CCI indicator to see how it moves. I see the CCI indicator is showing us that in this case the chart here already has an overbought level, and that was enough to find the entry moment. And the entry point was indicated by the parabolic indicator. So as soon as a dot appeared on parabolic, I immediately opened a short position in our case. Same thing works from the opposite side. That is, if we see an oversold level, that is, here's the oversold level. It's already reaching minus 100, and right now actually we can open a trade too. Only in our case it's for a long position. 30 seconds should be enough, I think. We wait. Let's wait. Watch again how this all plays out, and then we'll move forward. Okay, the dot appeared. Opening a long trade for $100, my friends. $100. $50 wasn't enough for our balance, I think. $100 trade right now will look really good, I think. Okay, we've got a small drawdown here. The chart's moving up a bit. Small points appearing. Okay, waiting. Alright, 7 seconds till close. This is a very risky trade. 3 seconds too. Okay, our trade is closed. So literally a couple minutes passed. We made 2 winning trades. One of them was perfect, right? We analyzed this situation as best we could. Opened a short trade for $50. Let's keep watching. We see movement. The CCI indicator showed oversold on this time frame, so we opened a long trade. Alright, that'll be enough. Moving on. This asset we're not considering anymore. Let's keep looking, searching. Oh, here's another good move. Look. AUD, USD, OD, USD. Let's see. If the chart reverses, then well, yeah, it'll reverse eventually. But when exactly, we'll wait for now and see what else we've got here. We see active movement on the M1. Opening S5, and we'll just wait. $100, 30-second expiration. The chart's pulling back a little. Waiting for further movement. Alright. Pulling back slowly. We see small impulses here. We see what we've got here. Okay. Waiting. For now, my friends, just waiting. 30-second expiry, $100 trade. Waiting. Actually, there's no point now. We've already lost our timing. I can see that. Alright, let's try opening this trade for 100. But I'm still saying the situation here doesn't look great. I don't like this situation, because if the chart had started pulling back around this time interval, then okay, we could have opened the trade, no problem. But some time has passed already, right? So our chart's bouncing back and forth, and here we probably shouldn't even open a trade. We've got 5 seconds left. Well guys, no luck for us, huh? No luck. Alright. So let's bump the trade up to 250. This will be a risky one. By the way, we were just a bit unlucky. 30 seconds wasn't enough, but a minute would have been perfect here. Okay, let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. I'll open a trade for 250, but I still advise you, if you want to test this strategy, see how it works, give it a try, get a feel for it, so to speak, then I wouldn't recommend opening a large trade. That's 25% of my balance right now, which is a very big trade, friends. Open ultra maximum 5 to 7% of your trade. That'll be enough. So if you're going to play it for time, right? Then over the long run, you'll be in good profit. Alright friends, let's look at this asset. 92% payout. Let's check out this asset. Waiting for the chart to move right now. So the overbought level will hit. Already hit 100 minus 100. And if the chart reverses right now, meaning we see red candles, then we'll open a trade for a drop. Okay? Here, I think even 15 seconds will be enough. Waiting for movement. Alright, look. 200 minus 200 has even reached an overbought level of 200 minus 200. This is a very good sign. A very good sign. So we see a nice shadow. We have a long shadow, meaning the market wants the chart to reverse right now. We have selling. People are shorting. Okay, we wait. A dot will appear any second now and will open on 15. There, that's it. Opening a trade. Opening a trade for 15 seconds. The dot appeared. That's enough. 15 seconds. The chart is volatile in this case. 15 seconds will be enough. 30 seconds here, I think, doesn't even make sense to open. So 3, 2, 1, and the trade is closed. Plus. Good. We made $268 net profit. Let me speed things up a bit, making the next trade for 200. I'm telling you, I recommend opening trades at 5 to 7%. That's the maximum. That'll be enough for you to have good results over time, a good profit. So that's how it is. For this video, in a more entertaining format, I'll be opening a $200 trade. Alright? We don't really have any movement here. Oops. This is what we'll look at. USD JPY, guys. USD JPY. We see movement here. We see the overbought level on both the 100 minus 100 indicator and the 200 minus 200. Let's see what's happening with the overall movement in general. The chart has turned around a bit, right? Here we also have an oversold level. Let's wait for the USD JPY movement result for the dot to appear. And here, guys, it'll be 30 seconds. No, wait, maybe 15 seconds. Let's do 15 seconds, guys. $200 short trade, 15 seconds opened. Could have been a bit earlier, of course, friends. I mean, if we had opened a little earlier, like here, for example, I think we would have easily closed the trade. But here it was still a bit risky, wasn't it? It was a bit risky. But I'm saying, if we'd caught this a bit earlier, spotted the impulse and locked in that point sooner, yeah, if I'd seen it and opened the trade, it would have been absolutely perfect. Alright, let's open the next trade. Okay, let's go with $200 on this one too. We'll leave it. I want to try and make about 1700 here, guys. So we'll open one more trade together. I'll show you the whole principle behind my strategy, and I think this will be the perfect example for this video. Also watch, friends. If you want to trade with me, I also have a VIP channel. There I give personal signals. I also do live streams. So if you want, join up. Everything's in the profile link. Join us, guys. Waiting for everyone. So come check it out. Give it a try. It's all free. So there you go. So TND USD, guys, look, here's a really good setup. We've got movement here. Yes. And 15 seconds, guys. I'm opening a trade, guys. Opening a $200 short. The dot hasn't appeared yet, but I see active momentum. So I spotted active momentum. The chart is dropping, and let's go. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Here we got unlucky, guys. Alright, we'll cover this trade for $300. We got unlucky here, guys, right? But I don't play it safe myself. Alright, let's go. Look, the dot appeared. Let's try to open purely on the dot. So the parabolic dot appeared. We'll take this dot. See, there I was a bit late, and here I came in a bit early, right? But look, the point appeared. The trade worked out perfectly, just perfectly. So the next trade will be at 200. Let's see, maybe we'll open right here. We see an impulse, a green candle, right? impulse. Let's do 30 seconds instead. That'll be a more interesting format. So we see overbought at 100 minus 100 CCY, but no 200 minus 200 yet. That's actually not a very good sign. Well, alright, if it appears, let's try to open a trade at 200. Let's try. No, I don't really like this one, guys. Unclear impulse, so we'll keep watching. And hey, friends, if you want to join in, come on over, we're waiting for you all. Look what a nice impulse. Let's lock in this asset for now and analyze it accordingly. So what's happening here again? We see a very active impulse. Then we have a pullback. Now we're waiting for the parabolic and we'll try to open a $200 trade on a decline. 30 seconds, the trade will be in 30 seconds. Okay, we've got sideways movement. Okay, there it is. Excellent. Opened at 30 seconds, my friends, at 30 seconds. Okay. Does it make sense to enter here again? The impulse was good. No, let's probably not do it. So, this means the parabolic indicator just gave a false signal, right? Yes, guys, that was a false trade. Let's open it. Let's go for $300. The next trade will be for $300. Okay, let's keep watching. This one's in the red for us. Let's move on. Alright friends, I'm recording this in one take to show you exactly how this strategy works, so you can see exactly how it performs. Okay, we've got a really good asset here. Let's take a look at it. Okay, this is a very good setup for opening a trade. Let's wait. Now the chart will pull back to the zero level, 15,729, approximately to that level. Yes, we'll wait. 15 seconds should be enough, I think. In 15 seconds it'll show itself nicely, I believe. Alright, waiting for the point. We can see, yes, candles with huge shadows are appearing now. Everyone wants the chart to drop already. Waiting for movement, my friends, waiting for movement. As soon as the parabolic point appears, I'll open a short trade right away. For now it's moving up. There we go. Our first nice impulse appeared, looking good. The chart wants to go down slowly now. Still, the impulses continue. Let's see what we have here. Alright then, pull back. Oops. Opening, guys, opening a $300 short trade. Should have taken 30 seconds, my friends. 30 seconds, I think. I rushed with 15 seconds, but 30 seconds would have been perfect, I think. So, say 15 seconds pass, our trade closes, another 15, well, another 10 seconds or so, and so on. That impulse will cause a dip. Well, the trade would close about now. Alright, okay, let's continue. Let's open the last trade for $200, work it quickly, and wrap up this video. There. We trade on pocket option, guys, so join us. The link will be in my profile. Jump in and trade, guys. Also grab the welcome bonus, 50% added to your first deposit. So for example, you deposit $100, get $150 on your balance, and trade with a solid safety cushion. So yeah, moving on. Look, if someone didn't understand how to tell if a chart is volatile or not, see, if the impulses are very fast, very active, the candles are long and the wicks are long, then the chart is volatile. So here it's 15 seconds. If we find the perfect entry point within 15 seconds, the chart will calmly return to its position where we need it and calmly close in profit. Alright, watch and wait for the signal, then open a 15-second trade for $200 on a downward move in our case. We see the CI waiting for the signal. No signal yet. The parabolic indicator is showing a slight trend though. Okay, this isn't the right setup here. Moving on from this one, you absolutely need to get some practice in. If you don't practice trading this strategy, my friends, it'll really hurt your balance because you'll be opening trades inconsistently, incorrectly, and so on. So practice the strategy, test it on demo, maybe with a small balance. like a dollar or two. About 5 trades should be enough. Okay, there's definitely a trend here. Let's keep watching, keep looking. Alright, we've got an interesting moment here, but I think the chart's still going to drop here, right? Let's check the M1. Very, very, very good setup actually, by the way. Those are really long candle wicks. Oh, shadows, I mean on the candles. No, this probably isn't our setup because right now the chart's going to move lower, yeah. Let's move on. I'd really like to find a good entry point right now and wrap up this video since it's been running quite a while. By the way, look, this is a very good moment. USD rub, USD ruble OTC. We see here on the CCI indicator minus 100 and minus 200 levels. So the chart has reached the oversold level. We're waiting right now. Opening it. No. I analyzed the wrong time frame. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Alright, let's go through the assets again. So here we have a good one. Australian dollar, US dollar, OTC. Let's probably watch this one. Keep an eye on it. Alright, we have a good impulse here. 15 seconds. Listen, here I think. No, let's do 15 seconds it is. Okay, opening a trade down. We had an upward impulse, then a pullback down, and we're waiting 15 seconds. I think this trade will close in profit for some reason. Even if there was an impulse, the trade should still close in profit. So here, of course, they fooled me. So I'll still take the 400. It was false again, my friends, false. A false entry point, yes, so I made a mistake on it. Alright, let's look at Euro Swiss franc OTC. So let's check M1. The chart is moving down. We're waiting for some good upward impulses on this asset, then we'll open. 30 seconds, my friends, 30 seconds. More medium format. Let's go. I saw the point. Opened the trade up. That's it. Everything's very simple. The CCI indicator 100 minus 100 showed us the move. So we reached the oversold level, the chart reached the oversold level, and we saw it. Well, I opened the trade a bit late. The second point already appeared here. I was opening the trade, should have been a bit earlier. Literally a couple seconds if I had opened then would have been perfect. 3, 2, 2. One trade closed in profit. That's the strategy. Very good, very high quality I'd say. And its win rate, well, I think is around 85%, maybe even more. If you correctly find entry points and analyze the chart properly and don't fall for false entries, then it'll be perfect. Let's see what we got. 50, 100, trade closed. Here we caught a loss, covered the loss, went positive. Here we went negative again, covered it. Here we went negative, covered it, went negative and covered at 400. Bottom line is, if we trade even at 5 to 7% of balance, I could easily make a clean profit right now with no risk, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200. So I would have had roughly this kind of result. Friends, thanks for being here. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to leave comments if you want more quality and interesting strategies. This is the best strategy yet, but I'll definitely show and share another one with you. There you go. Join us on the Telegram channel. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hugs to everyone. Good luck to all.